Hi everyone, this is Sarah Gillis, and this is going to be my extended pitch for my business venture. I'm going to be going into greater detail from my podcast, and throughout this presentation, I'm going to take you from the beginning of our business to the present point, along with discussing its value. Delta Associated Investigations Training Institute is an institute that offers the required course to become a private investigator. From state to state, there are certain requirements that individuals must complete before they're given their private investigator's license. So initially, we're going to be offering the course required by Georgia, as our home office is located in Beaufort, Georgia. As you can see on this page, this is our logo. We kept the same colors as the logo for our investigative firm. We wanted there to be an association between the two and for people to recognize that there was a connection. We also wanted our logo to be simple so that people would recognize it and not be overwhelmed with something that was complex. The magnifying glass in the back is a symbolization of investigations, and we wanted the name of our business to stick out, be bold, be the first thing that people looked at. So from here, to discuss the beginning of the business, Delta was started in 1998 by my parents, Ray and Nancy Gillis. Since then, my oldest brother has become part owner as he's the director of sales. Prior to 1998, they've been in the investigative industry since 1985. Before Delta was started, they also owned another investigative company, but they wanted to break off from one of the owners, so they moved to starting Delta. Since then, Delta has steadily expanded by diving into different areas of investigations. You can see some of the areas listed here. Traditional surveillance is just the usual surveillance that's usually requested. This is the type of surveillance that requires licensed investigators. SIU compliance is very similar. We like to call the investigators that are put on those cases SIU investigators. They also have to be licensed. Civil cases are special cases. Typically, my dad works those as they're quite different from our specialty cases, which is insurance fraud. Remote is a new style of investigations that we actually invented in 2012. Although we don't need licensed investigators to complete this type of surveillance, it is what we refer to them as remote investigators. They have to physically drive to the provided address and set up a remote camera. We do like them to be licensed, as I think once they understand the investigative industry, the job becomes easier for them, which in turn is easier for us. Background investigations has grown extensively in the last couple of years, not just for us, but overall. Background investigations is anywhere from social media to actual backgrounds to spot checks to locates. It's quite amazing how much people post publicly on their Facebook. So my story began, I graduated from Florida State in 2012, obtaining a marketing major and a communications minor. After graduation, I took about a month off, and then I moved to Atlanta to begin the job search process. During that time, I took a position in the company as a case manager for the remote division. After some time, I realized that that was really where I wanted to be at this point in my life. I was actually really happy, which I really thought I would never be saying, as I swore I wasn't going to be involved in the family business and I was going to do my own thing. But I decided for right now that is what I wanted to do. So I wanted to play a role in the expansion of expanding the business into another area. not a style of investigation, though. There was a lot of thought and many discussions about it, but we wanted to move forward with the Training Institute. Prior to this idea, investigators, well, I guess I should call them people that wanted to be investigators, would come to us and we would direct them to online classes or technical schools. And after some thought, we just realized it was kind of pointless to do that when we had experienced investigators and many people on staff that would really benefit these people, as we're an actual investigative firm. We know what they need to be instructed on, and we know when they complete our course what level of training they need to be at. And it would be nice for them to have connections after they're done. So from there, I started in the master's program at Western Carolina to gather more insight on this business venture. So moving forward, we began to set up the course. Our checklist for the course is to have a certified teacher, which we have. My dad was certified a few months ago. You have to have a certain number of, I guess they would be called instructor hours, which he was approved for. So the next thing we needed were to have the course materials ready, which we completed that step in the process, and they were produced and binded, ready to go. Luckily, through Delta, the Institute already has the majority of its equipment and materials needed. So the setup of this course is really quite simple compared to starting a business from scratch. And as I discussed earlier, initially we're going to only offer the Georgia course and in a classroom setting. Once we feel this class is stable and profitable, we would like to expand it into an online format. After we feel that online format is stable and profitable, then we're going to move to offering courses for the surrounding states such as Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, and Tennessee. So our mission statement and value proposition are incredibly important aspects of our business. Delta has always been known as a firm that has the best quality of our product. Our clients choose our firm over our competitors because our product surpasses theirs 90% of the time. So it is important to us that we continue to be known for our quality by demonstrating this feature in our training institute. So our mission statement is as follows. At Delta Associated Investigations Training Institute, our vision is to be known for the quality of our product, our performance, and our passion to achieve customer satisfaction at an affordable cost. Most of the time, individuals that are interested in becoming investigators are middle to low class citizens. So it's important that we don't price the course at something that's unreasonable. And it's important for us to remember that one of our target markets is high school students, and they might not be able to give the money right up front. So offering a payment plan is an important feature. The value of our company lies in our determination to provide a product that exhibits unparalleled quality. Our customers will complete our course confident they have received training that will permit them to be exceptional investigators. As I discussed before, we thought it would be great for our investigative firm to be connected with the Institute. Number one, these individuals could be potential employees if we see something or someone that we think would be just exceptional investigator, which they should already be trained to be, but there are characteristics that from the past we find to make the best investigator that we could snag from this. Also, we have a lot of, I shouldn't say we, my parents have a lot of connections since they've been in the industry so long. So there's those connections, and making connections with other students in the course may lead to great things in the future. So this is kind of my overall pitch for my investigative firm. Thank you for listening.